NF, my day today July 15, 2024. I was on my way to work today and as I got close to the job I noticed something. A mom in a truck with her son. I couldn't hear her but I could kind of read her lips. She said to her son, "I want you to tell me if people ever tell you to say someone tried to touch you." I thought to myself, finally the moms have figured it out. So I get to the job site ABT 2 minutes later. I pull out my phone and find a message from my boss saying don't go up there, we are swapping today for tomorrow. Mind you, it's an hour to get to the job and an hour and a half to get back riding with traffic. On my way back I call my uncle who owns one of the busiest delis in the Northeast outside of NYC. I asked him if he needed help and he said yes. I go in and it took about 20 minutes for the gang stalkers to show up. I could hear them saying this is the guy who likes to touch people's kids. About 25 minutes later 2 little Spanish boys come in and are standing by the door. I couldn't hear them but I could tell they were talking about me by the way they were smiling at me. I'm like 90% sure someone told them to say I tried to touch them, which is insane considering I was behind the counter on the opposite side of the store making sandwiches the entire time. Beyond that there are like 10 employees behind the counter and store full of customers during lunch. What I don't understand is if a kid tells a grown-up another grown-up tried to touch them, wouldn't you ask that kid some questions about it? Maybe call the police and have that person charged, so that they can be publicly identified as a predator. Anyhow, continuing with my day, once the lunch rush was over I was going to go home. My uncle asked me to move a slicer outside. Slicer weighs about 100 pounds or so. I pick the slicer up and it starts sliding through my fingers, and cut my index and pointer finger badly. I probably need stitches but I get stitches, there is no way I can use my hands at work tomorrow. So instead I've wrapped the fingers up in paper towel in hopes they will clot by tomorrow morning. And that's my story for the day. Bye y'all.